All right, Coach. We're just coming off of the Arkansas game, going on the road against a good Alabama team. Just what did you like from how your team came out and established itself tonight?
I think it started on defense. I think we put Angel Reese on Brittany Davis, and I think she set the tone with her length and size and everything Brittany, got. She had to work for, and I thought that those Alabama, they scored 10 threes a game, and we held them to half that. And I just thought our defense was active. I thought that we moved. I thought we communicated. You got 4 kids that scored in double figures. You had 3 kids that scored or that rebounded double figures. We shot the ball really well. Jasmine Carson really lit it up from the 3, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Hey, Coach, Angel Reese, obviously with the program record of 20 double-doubles, can you just speak to that accomplishment? And also, she said in the post-game interview that she's found her happiness this year being with you, being with LSU. Can you just elaborate on that? Because it's obviously coming through in her leadership style. I saw her come over to the sideline. The broadcast had it. Looked like she was coaching you up a little bit. She's just very intense now.
Yeah, well, what she did, she came up to me twice. The first time was she was trying to show me how they were bodying her up and guarding her. And I said, yeah, I'm over here griping about it. All I can do is gripe. Just somebody to, she just, coach, help me here. They just bodying me up, pushing me. And then I'm glad she's happy. We have a team that honestly, they're all happy. They get frustrated at themselves and think they can do better. But when you're 20-0, you break a record. One of the greatest all-time players ever, not just at LSU and Sylvia Fowles, but in the country, in the history of women's basketball. And you break that record, she's in wonderful company.
Coach, can you talk about kind of what we're seeing with Angel and the Ray? They're defending her. It's kind of reminiscent of what we saw in the early '90s with Hack-a-Shaq when they were really roughing up Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, is that how do you keep her in check and talk to her about maybe temperament and all that? And what do you do with the refs? Talk to them about.
You're right. I think with Hack-a-Shaq, y'all can tell me better than anybody. I think most his was they didn't respect his free throw shooting. So every time he touched it, they wanted him to go to the foul line. I don't think that's what it is with Angel. I think she's just a beast, and they don't want her to score. She can make her free throws when she needs to. I think they do body up to her. It's respect, first of all. I don't think it's dirty play in any way. It's just respect, and she's going to have to learn how to handle that. And I think she has. I'm going to work the officials. I will protect her. She's not a person that needs much protection physically because she's got that body. But if they officiate it the way they have been, I see no problem.
Yeah, Coach. Obviously Jasmine with the big shooting night. Just what does that do for y'all's offense whenever she's able to shoot the ball that well and just be that active across the board?
Well, it opens it up for you. It gives you this sigh of relief, like, whew, now we can spread the floor a little bit better and they don't pack it in the paint. Jasmine, I've only had one other kid in all my coaching career that when they miss, you're really disappointed because you expect them to make every shot they take out there. And she, I'm not even going to say she was on fire. That's just what we expect to see from Jasmine. And she shot the ball good. And we just had a good night, guys. And to hold, Alabama to, what was it, 51 points. I don't know if that's a season low or I don't know, but that's pretty good. 18 points on the road in the first half. That's guarding people.
Coach, I know you think your kids are oblivious to some things as far as stats and things of that nature. Were they aware that they dropped in the polls today because they play like they were like a chip on their shoulder for some reason? They dropped for no reason.
I don't know. We don't discuss that. I didn't know we dropped in the polls until somebody casually said it to me when I was walking to eat today, and I said dropped in the polls, and then I said, well, who jumped ahead of us? And they said Stanford, and That was the extent of it. I didn't discuss it with them. I don't know. I know they do know after the game that Ohio State got beat. Grant, our great media relations guy, told them that now there's 2 undefeated teams, and whatever that means, you know, dropping the polls, undefeated. Look, we don't care. We're trying to win the next game.
Hey, Coach, you're talking about Jasmine shooting. Obviously, she's great in her own right, but has Angel helped that a little bit? Just kind of an inside-out game.
Well, I think anytime you have a big inside that attracts the attention that she does, it helps all of them. Look at LaDeja. LaDeja tonight finishes with a double-double. It allows Deja to go to the boards. It allows her to get some offensive putbacks. If her man is the one that's doubling down, it allows her, she hits some jumpers there at the foul line tonight. I think anytime one player attracts that much attention, it helps everybody. And the great thing about it is Angel's going to find you. If she gets that ball down low or gets it somewhere and they're doubling her, she is always looking to pass it.
So we have time for a couple more questions.
Kim, obviously you're coming off the close game with Arkansas. As the wins have, and then you have this game, as the wins have mounted, certainly, as you well know, you've been in this position, the teams are gunning for you, giving you your best shot. What does it say to you for your team to come back like this with a dominant effort on the road against a team that is having a very good season and as I said, you know, is gunning for you as a signature win?
We're not going to get too high or get too low. If we lose a game, we're not going to, you know, the sky's not falling. Just do what we do. Get better, defend, rebound, make a few more plays than the other team if it's a close game. Keep putting the, you know, the foot down when you're putting people away, and don't let up. We're not a team that's going to allow ourselves to get too high or too low. Guys, we didn't ever have undefeated going into, you know, the 8th or 9th SEC game as a goal. Who does that? We just want to finish in the upper half of this league, beat the people we're supposed to beat, upset some people maybe along the way that maybe we're not supposed to beat. But we're just not a team that's going to get too high or too low.
One more question.
Coach, real quick, talk about Poa's tenacity on defense. She just seems relentless.
Well, I like her tenacity, period, right now. You know, Poa was not with us until school started in the fall. She was in Australia with her family, very, very close to her family. And it took her a little while to learn some things in the system. And I just think Poa is playing her best basketball. I need to get her more minutes so I can move Alexis to the off guard some and not rely on Alexis have to play 40 minutes of point. But I like that she's looking at the bucket. I like she's aggressive. You know, she scored a lot of points in junior college. Poa can score the ball. But what I really like about her is she's really committed to keeping people in front of her, playing better defense, you know, and I just think she's playing good right now.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all.
Guys, we'll look to do something Thursday with Coach Mulkey and with Angel Reese.